And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil. You should have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man? I'm glad you at least, addressed it, because
when you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this. How could he?
A new target in his sights, NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January. We got our hands on the filing, and we're going to break down.
You gonna stop?
Katt Williams just blew the whole thing wide open. He straight up confirmed those shocking allegations against Shannon Sharpe, and now the internet's acting like it just saw a ghost. Shannon's been ducking and weaving for days now, trying to keep his name out the mud, but Katt just came in swinging, and things are about to get 10 times messier. So here's the deal. Shannon's in the middle of a serious lawsuit. A woman came forward claiming that he allegedly assaulted her and put hands on her during their relationship. And now it's looking like this might just be the beginning of a full-on meltdown for him. Shannon's team tried to downplay it, fight it off, sweep it under, but let's be real, it's not looking good. And Katt, he's not making it any easier. Katt Williams is out here dancing on Shannon's downfall. He's got that loud, "I told you so" energy, and word is, he's holding on to even more explosive tea about Shannon. You already know it's about to get spicy. And here's the wild part. Katt's not even pretending to be neutral anymore. He's grinning through it all like he's been waiting for this day. Thing is, this tension between Shannon and Katt didn't just pop up overnight. People been whispering about a low-key beef ever since that viral Club Shay Shay interview. The same one that broke records and had the whole internet talking. You'd think they were cool after that, right? Nah, that whole vibe was fake. And now Katt's basically confirming it. Word in the streets is that Katt been telling people Shannon always gave him weird vibes, like real off energy. And he claims he sensed something shady even during that interview. Now that brings us back to these allegations. So what's the real story that's got Katt Williams raising his eyebrows?
Friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
And the whole internet buzzing. The woman who filed the lawsuit is named Gabriella Zuniga. She says she was 19 when she started dealing with Shannon back in 2023. He was 54. Yeah, you heard that right. And look, legally, she's an adult, no question. But socially, that age gap has people seriously questioning what Shannon was even thinking. Her being younger than his own kids? That's raising red flags all over the place. Gabriella originally filed the case under Jane Doe, trying to keep her identity private. But Shannon's legal team, they went and named her directly in their response. People are already calling that a shady move. But let's get into the disturbing details she's accusing him of. She says Shannon was manipulative and controlling, and that he assaulted her multiple times, once in October 2024 and again in January 2025. She claims he ignored her when she cried and begged him to stop. According to her, it went way beyond toxic. She said he turned violent, even threatened her life when she tried to let others know where she was. That's scary. She also says they met in an LA gym and were in a relationship for 2 years, but things took a dark turn. She claims Shannon insisted on recording their private moments, sometimes without her knowing, and that he shared those videos with others. That's not just creepy, that's dangerous if true. Now Shannon, he came back swinging. Through his lawyers, he dropped a long statement denying everything and trying to flip the script. He even released screenshots of graphic messages she allegedly sent him. And when we say graphic, we mean it. Stuff like, "I want you to put a dog collar on my neck and choke me with it while you're messing me. I know you miss this big, juicy," and 25,000 for each cheek. So check this. The leaked messages weren't just wild, they were next level crazy. Gabriella allegedly sent Shannon texts like, "Only if you put that baby juice in me, then you can do whatever you want. I want to put my tongue in your back door and then marry you." And the one that's got everybody doing a double take, "I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it, because you're going to be stuck with it for life." Whew, people are exhausted just reading it. But let's be real. What's up with this whole black baby talk? It's definitely got folks uncomfortable, especially since Gabriella is white. It's giving race play energy, and while we're not going to dig into that right now, let's just say something about it feels off. Shannon's from the Deep South, and clearly he's been exposed to some wild stuff. Anyway, Shannon's lawyer didn't hold back.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know, have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
In the official statement, they said Gabriella's lawsuit, filed by her and attorney Tony Busby, was nothing but a greedy grab for millions. They claim she secretly recorded a bedroom encounter and tried to use it to blackmail Shannon, cutting and editing the footage to make it seem like something it wasn't. His team's statement reads, "This lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions. Ms. Zuniga showed Mr. Sharpe a secretly recorded video of a consensual encounter. We believe this tape was edited and taken completely out of context, designed to twist what was clearly roleplay and fantasy into something criminal." They continued saying the texts in that video, which Gabriella allegedly used during her blackmail attempt, were all part of a consensual relationship. They said Shannon's not giving in, and he denies every claim of coercion and assault. The statement made it clear Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of misconduct. He sees this as a straight-up blackmail job and is ready to fight it with everything he's got. He's standing on truth, and he's prepared to clear his name in court. And Shannon didn't stop there. He even posted a video saying he's being set up and pointed the finger right at Tony Busby. Yeah, that same lawyer who filed that other bombshell lawsuit against Jay-Z. Shannon claimed Busby was planning to drop audio clips designed to make him look like a monster, but said it was all out of context. He also revealed that Gabriella and her legal team came in heavy, allegedly demanding $50 million. Yep, 5-0. According to Shannon, this whole thing started when they tried to shake him down, and now that he didn't play along, they're going nuclear. But Tony Busby, he clapped all the way back. He said that Shannon was the one who tried to settle behind closed doors. Busby claimed that back in February, his office reached out to Shannon to talk, and those talks led to a mediation that dragged on for more than 6 weeks. According to Busby, Shannon actually made a major offer to keep the lawsuit quiet, and that offer was allegedly $10 million. He wrote, "Sharpe made an incredibly significant offer to settle, but my client refused that amount and chose to move forward with the case." And remember those graphic texts Shannon's team put out? Busby wasn't having it. He said all those texts were sent before the alleged incidents took place and were dropped to throw off the public. He wrote, "Every single message they released was dated before the events in the lawsuit. It's all a distraction tactic, and it won't work." But it gets even worse. Busby then dropped an audio clip that allegedly featured Shannon threatening to choke Gabriella.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. big black guy choke small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay,
In another recording, Shannon reportedly made a disturbing comment about a big black man choking a small white woman. And yeah, people were stunned. After releasing the audio, Busby added, "This clip is not playful. It's disturbing and it's dangerous. It clearly shows how Jane Doe was treated and why she had to flee the state and cut off all contact. And just like that, this whole thing has gone from bad to explosive." So boom, Tony Busby just confirmed it. Shannon did offer Gabriella $10 million. He said, on one hand, Mr. Sharpe's camp says the case is baseless, but on the other, they're out here admitting he offered her $10 million not to file it. And guess what? Gabriella turned that massive bag down. That's wild. Instead of cashing out, she chose to take things to court. And now Busby's calling out Shannon's legal team for trying to dox her and ruin her name. He said, "We're not falling for these distraction tactics." But Shannon's lawyers, they didn't back down either. They flipped the narrative fast, saying this whole thing is about money. According to them, Gabriella saw dollar signs after hearing that Shannon's about to sign a mega podcast deal, reportedly worth over $100 million. Yup, that Club Shay Shay podcast might just be his biggest bag yet, especially now that his deal with Colin Cowherd's Volume Network has wrapped. So Shannon's team is basically saying she saw the check coming and made her move. His lawyer even claimed she knew the timing. She knew he was about to sign a huge contract, and she used that info to try and take advantage. In my opinion, this is a textbook blackmail move, but it didn't stop there. Shannon's legal team came extra heavy, revealing Gabriella's content creator side, specifically her OnlyFans account. They said what she does on that platform is fantasy roleplay for money, and that she allegedly started charging Shannon for the same kind of content. They said, this is what she does. She creates fantasies and charges people to play along. These aren't assumptions, they're facts. She charged Mr. Sharpe too. But of course, Busby clapped back again.
Some people that I've kind of helped behind the scenes, and to see them attack, oh, I wouldn't have let him do this, I wouldn't have said that.
Saying Shannon's aggressive defense is only making things worse. He claimed, Ms. Doe isn't scared of the truth. She's standing on it. This case will be judged in court where facts matter more than a sports icon's public spin. And now, this whole situation is spiraling way out of control. The fans are divided. Some are side-eyeing Tony Busby hard. Why? Because his track record in SA cases is messy. This is the same dude who filed a lawsuit last year accusing Jay-Z of messing with a 13-year-old girl at a VMA afterparty in 2000. That case was dropped and dismissed, and one of the Jane Does later said Busby had lied to her. Jay-Z even hit him with a defamation and extortion countersuit. So now people are asking, is Busby chasing justice or chasing checks? Some are even wondering if extortion might just be his side hustle. But then there's the other side. The folks saying Shannon's reputation for being extra wild in the bedroom might be catching up with him. Look, there's a big difference between being freaky and being out of line. But with these kinds of claims, people are questioning whether those lines ever got blurred. And you already know who's loving the drama, Katt Williams.
44 years old. I get my blood tested every 3 months for the last 15 years. All narcotic tests have come up 0.00%. You look up my rap sheet. I've never had a DUI or a possession of anything. See, when you real, you can tell the truth about anything or anybody. I answer to no one but God.
Yup. Allegedly, Katt is somewhere sipping tea with a smirk while Shannon fights for his name. Rumors been circling that the two haven't been on good terms ever since that Club Shay Shay interview dropped. That whole episode was chaos, and once it went viral, Katt caught heat from almost every black entertainer in the game. Why? 'Cause Katt didn't hold back anything. He went full savage, airing out celebs with zero filter. He was dragging folks left and right, exposing years of hidden beef, and Shannon gave him the stage to do it. Fans were laughing, yes, but the entertainers who caught strays, not so much. The backlash was real, and Katt's comments made waves that are still hitting. People say he looked like he'd been waiting years to let it all out, and Shannon's podcast was the perfect place to drop the bomb. But after the interview, the drama didn't stop. It actually got worse, and now with Shannon in the hot seat, Katt allegedly isn't offering any support. In fact, he might be smiling behind the scenes. Dave Chappelle was one of the first to call out both Shannon and Katt. And when Dave speaks, people listen. He said, "What part of the game is this? Katt's one of the best painters in the game, but now he's drawing ugly pictures of us?" He ate the niches but said nothing about those white boys. None of them move like that. Hurt people, but I'm a hurt person who never hurt others, and Katt does it all the time. Whew, that was deep. Dave didn't hold back.
Now, I'm not going to say her first name, but the family name that she holds is Zuniga. I've been researching, trying to figure out if she's related to the Hollywood Zunigas. Because Daphne Zuniga has ties areas behind the scenes. Melrose Place actress, does anybody remember?
Oh, damn, man, that Melrose Place, yeah, 1990s.
Daphne Zuniga. She has ties, like I said, some very interesting Hollywood ties. So you messing with this girl who's a child. This man has children older than this girl.
He even accused both of them of tearing down their own community. He said, "If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never told on anybody." But Katt, he's walking around like he's the arbiter of truth. And then came the part that had the whole timeline shaking. What part of the game is about telling on another brother, just for clout? At first, most of the heat was on Katt. People were saying he sounded bitter, messy, and jealous. They clowned him online, called him a hater, and said the interview was just one big vent session. But then, Monique pulled up to Club Shay Shay, and suddenly the focus shifted. After Monique's interview, people started realizing something. Shannon was the common link in all these explosive sit-downs. And just like that, folks started side-eyeing him too. In typical Shannon fashion, he played it cool, acting like he had nothing to do with the drama. He basically threw Katt under the bus and said he was just going along for the ride. Shannon told people he didn't steer the interview, he just let Katt talk. According to him, he was just being a host, asking questions, and giving Katt space to speak his mind. And hey, he might have a point. Shannon said he never pushed Katt to say anything wild, so in his eyes, he didn't deserve the blame. But behind the scenes, word is that Shannon was stressed. Sources close to him said he was venting about the fallout and feeling like Katt's wild confessions turned his serious platform into a circus. His biggest fear? That all the chaos might scare off future big-name guests. And guess who he's blaming for that? Yup, Katt Williams. To make things even spicier, Shannon started hinting that maybe Katt wasn't telling the full truth in that interview. But when people asked him about it directly, Shannon made sure to say that Katt promised everything he said was real and that he, as the host, simply let it happen. Well, Katt didn't appreciate being thrown under the bus at all. That caused some real tension between them. And even though Shannon's podcast kept going strong afterward, the Katt episode left a mark that never really faded. And now, with Shannon facing serious allegations, let's just say Katt's not out here sending "get well soon" texts. He's not shedding tears. If anything, he's watching it all unfold with a smirk. One thing about Katt, he doesn't forget, and when you cross him, he'll wait as long as it takes to get his moment. Some folks think Katt's being petty, others think he's just keeping it real. But whatever side you're on, this beef, it's far from over. Now I need to hear what y'all think. Are you Team Shannon? Team Katt? Somewhere in between? Drop 3,000 comments down below, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and then tap into this next wild episode. It only gets wilder from here.